My dearest friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Kaizen Mari from Heart to Heart, an intuitive channel, an energy worker, light being, and very, very human being. And I'm back with my energy update, my intuitive insights for the month of April 2023. Another crazy year. And I was painting today, or I finished the painting today, doing the video now. It will come out late once more, a bit last minute, because my life is so packed. I don't know how you are feeling, how much was for you. Maybe you have listened to my energy update for March, where I had this image that the world is like a snow ball, balls was shaken, and we all have been shaken. And I can say this for my part, for myself, in a beautiful way, in a really beautiful way. And for sure, once we have been shaken, even when it's in a good way, this has consequences. And I'm working with these consequences at the moment. So on all levels in my life. I will announce before I go into the reading that I will propose in the first 2 weeks of April sessions for a very, very special Easter prize, 33 euros. And it's a new modality I've learned. I make the studies as a holistic coach. And I start working with these modalities at the moment, but it's a mix between energy work, blockage removing, channeled information. So it's coming together, and I like it a lot. If you're interested, I will make a note in the description box, and you will find on Facebook, on Instagram also from tomorrow on an announcement for that. I haven't yet found a name. I will channel a very creative, beautiful name for that. And yeah, if you would be interested, so it's booking in the first 2 weeks, and if it doesn't fit in, we can do the session after that as well. Let me know. So April is packed once more with important astrological events, and there are so many amazing astrologers out there that I will not go in that, just some keywords. So we will have the first eclipse in 2023 at the end of the month, first Mercury retrograde, and April 11 is named by a lot of astrologers as the luckiest day of this year. This is when Jupiter and meets the sun. I just have to read my notes. In 21 degrees of Aries, on a fire sign. So this will give a boost of energy around the ability of being fully self-sufficient, in charge, and ready to make it happen. What fits very well to the energies I channeled. So this being ready to whatever will happen, to make it happen. Okay, I will read you the informations now. As ever, you will see the painting. I can show you quickly before. So, little by little, and this is April. And it was obviously the first quarter, as something really new is beginning now, as Mars was the last one. So we will see how this will go on then. So I read the informations and come after that back with little additional informations personal update, things like that as ever. And now enjoy the reading. April 2023, the 4th month of this year, and also beginning of something new. For me, it was clear that the painting for this month will take place at the first square of my 2023 canvas. I feel strange today on March 31. You might have read or listened to my March update. This image of the snowball that has been shaken by loving hands. I still feel like one of these snowflakes. Something is over once and for all. I have left a well-known place that never was my place. And I'm still floating. I'm still not there where I'm meant to be. A part of this floating feels good, light and free. Another part is a bit frightening. I have no stable ground under my feet. Not yet. I don't know where I will land. I know that I will land and that is all perfect as it is. I trust. Until my head steps in, shouting at me, you have to take back the control. You have to find out where we were going. You have to prepare for what's next. You have to. That's not so fun. So I close my eyes. I hear the voices in my head and I don't listen anymore. I breathe. I float. I find a quiet place in me where I don't have to know. Where I know without having words or images for this knowing. Where I feel safe. Where I am safe. April is Aries time, action time, coming in motion. Building that foundation, planting seeds. And all this from this quiet place in us, from this knowing that invites what we need next to be guided to the places we are meant to be and the people we are meant to meet. The energies have changed with the spring equinox. There's a movement in the air, a detox, purification. There's an invitation in the air to go one step further, to try something new, to jump, to dance. When I see the painting, I'm surprised about the duality of the right and the left part, the colors. There's a green for the healing of the heart, yellow for the action, the solar plexus, orange, the color of the sacral chakra, and the light blue celestial, representing our throat chakra, our expressions. All these parts and energies will be highly activated in April. Blocks in these areas will show up and the healing will be supported by the energies. Gifts you didn't know you have might surprise you and doors can open you haven't even seen before. It feels for me like a month full of surprises in all directions and dimensions. And whatever we do, whatever happens, we are asked to shift our focus again and again to our heart. We can't any longer decide with the head. It will not work out to go in action from this place. The head can only recreate what the head knows. It is limited. Whereas the heart is connected to an unlimited and infinite wisdom. You will never have another outcome than the well-known when you let yourself be guided by your mind. Take your heart in the hand and feel in. Ask it for the answers. You will get them. Our heart knows. Our hearts are not stoppable by the limits of our mind. up to us to bring these two together, to let the mind understand what the heart is saying, to give the mind the space to become friends with the heart, and not to see it like an enemy that wants to ruin our lives by unlogical choices. This brings me back to the image of the floating snowflake in the snowball that has been shaken. This snowflake has the choice of becoming really uncomfortable by going lost in the crazy mind that tries to control an uncontrollable situation, or to relax in these parts in the heart that now that all is well and perfect, as the universe is wise and loving. And when someone is allowed to shake the whole world up, then this must be a good thing, wherever it might end and with whom. You will see once more changings in your relationships of all kinds as well, as you are not any longer capable of playing games, of hiding your truth, or play small and avoiding to trigger others. Some of your relationships will change drastically in April. And the best you can do is to stay true to yourself. You are the invitation for others to be true with themselves as well. And as ever, we don't have any control over someone else. So you can observe who will follow your invitation, who is inspired by your courage to show up as you, and who not. And when people leave your life, now there will be space for others that match your vibration better. What not mean to not feel when it hurts. We are human beings, and one of our superpowers is our capacity to feel. Grief when needed. Feel and process all that's coming up for you. This will go over. This is just a phase. You are aligning. You're floating to your next destination, your next adventure. Deep inside your heart, you know that you are unstoppable, and that only the ones who are ready to do the work are matching with you in long term. You know also that every encounter is a gift, a treasure of experiences and exchanges, that you learn from everyone you cross, that not everyone is meant to stay, as you are not meant to stay in the life of some people. Life is flowing, growing, evolving, and changing. Otherwise, we are stuck, and that feels not good. You know that. You are capable of taking what life gives you, to let yourself participate as a stream of infinite possibilities, timelines, and abundance that is here for us. We are all already connected through our hearts. It's our choice to stop blocking what the universe has in store for us. If you want to know more about where life wants you to turn and go next, connect with your heart. Let it show you images, smells, words, people. Visualize out of your heart how you want to live, what you wish for, and let the universe do the rest. Trust in the wisdom that is bigger than all of us. You will get the signs, the hints. Be patient and let it happen. When, how, and in which way it is meant to happen. Don't let your mind interfere. Understand the emotions of life itself and bring your awareness to all that you are and do. You will land in April, and then it's up to you to explore this new field where you are heading to. It will be the perfect place, inside or outside you, to make the next steps on your beautiful journey as a human being here on Earth. These were the informations I received while I was painting. It's my second coming back, and I did another take because I couldn't remember the word umbrella, and I was sitting. As I was talking about my process this time, I was really writing, painting. It was a back and forth when I had no more information how to go on with the painting. I was writing, and otherwise in the other direction, vice versa as well. When there were no more information coming in, I was going on painting, and I had one of my first images. There was the color green coming in very strong for April. And then this heart with the protection of the umbrella. Now I searched for the word. And it was interesting because I started to paint the heart and then the umbrella. I did that yesterday and left it then and came back today and had to make it more alive. The umbrella was very flat yesterday, just to bring other colors in. And then this background that is really powerful, I found in the colors, was the green and the yellow and the orange, flashing out, showing the power. Got the feeling April will be a powerful month in many directions. So, as most of you know, I live in the south of France, and here it's starting to get wild. So there is so much. Yeah, the word coming through is aggression, but it is not really. The aggression is just one layer on top. There's so much. It's enough here in the air when I feel in the people and the energy. So the people are really angry about what's going on. And our president was throwing a last stone in the pot that is overflowing now. We will see what will happen. So it is interesting as this was building up, and I've got the feeling now it's really coming out, and April will be wild here. And also this is purification. When people have enough and they show it, then it can become wild. And I had just, March was for me a huge month. I already told that I do these studies at the moment to become a holistic coach here in France and settle in France. What is a big step as well, finally, after living 12 years here, but never have really worked in this country. And I have found such an amazing teacher. She's even not saying that she's teaching. She is just saying that she is by our side, the group of people who are doing this formation, and the people from all over France, and it's via the internet. And I met her once in person because she's not living so far away. And we had a workshop weekend last month, and this was, for me, it was huge. It was so so healing for my heart too. I become emotional to be in the field and surrounded by people who are doing in their unique way equal things like I do, and having instantly heart connections and this feeling of soul family coming together and spending 2 full days together and giving healings to each other, speaking with fairies. I know how to go in contact with them. I always felt them. And now I just one of the teachers, the son of the teacher, he is really connected to nature spirits, and he showed us how he invite them and how we can feel the energy and see them. And I have a lot of them around me here. It's beautiful. And it was also life-changing in a way, as we did healings on each other, energy healings. And I had a big block removed from a past life that was really holding me back. And also realizing that it's always a perfect moment, and that I had done all the work before to go to this point, that I am ready to hold the energy coming in after this block was removed as well. And this is so affecting at the moment every area of my life. What is like this snowflake. So I was shaken. I'm not any longer on the place I were before, and it is more an inside place. And for sure, being in me on another place, so much more me, whatever that means, so much more this original blueprint has an effect of every relationships of my whole life, everything. And I'm floating still, so I'm feeling and how and wow and oh wow, and it is so, how is this playing out? What does it mean in that situation? How does it feel in that situation? How and so how I feel on one hand, and then how I feel I'm other people perceive my presence. Empath stuff. It's really interesting, and it's not only easy, so it's shaking up our relationships, and this is never easy. So to adapt them and to be open to whatever wants to happen will happen. So yeah, I will repeat the first 2 weeks of April. I will have this special offer proposing this new modality where I work with spirit, with energy, information's coming in. At the end, all I have learned before coming here together in a very powerful form. So if you're interested, contact me. You will find the information in the description box, on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm working also to have soon a website. This is another thing, as I will open them in 3 languages. And yes, things coming together, little by little, step by step. So I wish you an amazing April. Enjoy floating. Enjoy the energies that are really supportive as well. Enjoy whatever is coming up. And stay in contact with your heart always, even when here it's going crazy. You're saying, wow, what's that? I don't know that. The heart knows. There's never a problem in the heart. So I send you lots of love and a big hug, and we meet. Bye. Bye.